For as long as I can remember, I've started the day listening to music. I grew up in a musical family. My mother was classically trained in piano, and she loved to listen to all kinds of music, including the great composers Mozart and Beethoven. So with her guidance, I developed my musical ear. Over the years, the music I have come to enjoy the most in the morning is the symphony of birdsong. I find the calls of birds soothing and intriguing. The birds speak a language I don't fully understand, and I'm very content spending the rest of my days listening and learning the language. This week I've been thinking about books a little bit more than usual, as I've been teaching children how to make an old-fashioned book, a turn-up book, also known as a harlequin. And we're using this book type to invent our own mythological creatures, inspired by Australian animals. Here I've made a seal puss, crossed between a platypus and a seal. Do you enjoy reading or even creating movable books, Wonder Weavers? I'd love you to share with me in the comments below. In my spare time this week, I continued working on my autumn picnic project. In this scene, a barn owl is perched on a tree trunk, reading a book. I start by making the tree trunks, and as you can see, Wonder Weavers, once again I'm using the spun cotton technique. As I work, I find myself pondering, how am I going to make the owl so that the bird can hold a book? The bird is going to be light, or I will make it using pipe cleaners and cotton. Then there is the question of posture. How would the owl hold the book? And for that answer, I look no further than my great big treasury of Beatrix Potter. On the front cover, Old Brown is holding a book with his claw. And here is my owl, ready to be painted. So now that the owl is painted, it is time to make the book. I'm starting with the cover, which is a rectangular piece of cardstock, and I've covered it with a rectangular piece of white textured paper, and I'm painting it with gouache. Next, I create the pages. I first cut up several sheets of computer paper. As you can see, I've divided the paper into rectangles, and these are slightly smaller than the book's cover. I divide the pile into 3 bundles, making them as even as possible, and then I fold them in half. Along my folded line, I'm going to punch a series of holes. I first mark their position with a ruler and a pencil. I then punch the holes with my awl. Depending on how thick your bundles are, you could also use a sewing pin. And then, using the running stitch, I sew the bundles together. To the internal side of the cover, I glue a rectangular piece of paper. I decorate the cover with a gold gel pen. I want the book to have a vintage look, like the pages have been well read. So I'm applying coffee with a paintbrush to the pages. On the internal side of the cover, along the spine, I add some adhesive and then position the pages. I seal the cover with PVA glue, and then I add the finishing touches. Now it is time to conduct the test. Will Al be able to hold the book? And yes, he can, with a little bit of help of double-sided tape. Thank you so much for watching, Wonder Weavers. I really appreciate your support, and I also love reading your stories. It really touches my heart that my videos are bringing some of you little pieces of joy and peace. And I also hope that I'm inspiring you to create, and I would love to hear what lights you up. So what creative projects are you working on at the moment? Please share with us in the comments below. And don't forget that you can connect with me on other platforms such as Substack. All of my details are in the description. Until the next time, Wonder Weavers, take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao. I wonder who Al is reading to.